So, before you say anything, before you think I'm a huge GSP hater per se, GSP anti-GSP person, no, I'm a huge GSP fan. I even waited 4 hours 2 years ago to meet GSP himself. And what I thought of the fight is Johny Hendricks got robbed. He won the first round. He won the second round. He didn't do enough to get the third round. He didn't do. Sorry, he won the fourth round, and he pretty much got probably too arrogant, too cocky, and didn't do enough to win the fifth round, and GSP pretty much overtook him in the fifth round. Not by much, but still got beat in the fifth round. So when you add it all up, 3 rounds to 2, 47 to 46. Not Johny Hendricks winning by split decision or by should be unanimous decision. One just got the scorecard right by giving it to Johny Hendricks 47-46. The other two gave it to GSP, giving both rounds, the first round, to GSP for GSP to retain his welterweight championship. And at the end of the fight, GSP had his face all bloodied up, all bruised, all beat up, and Johny Hendricks literally looked like he wasn't even in a fight. Didn't have a scratch on his face, pretty much sweating, wiping sweat off his face, and should be the UFC welterweight champion. Now, after the fight, after the fight, GSP was celebrating on one of his teammates' shoulders. I can't remember who it was. Like, he won the fight. Everyone's thinking this doesn't make sense. He won the fight. Yeah, he did. So his post-fight interview, he announces that he needs to take some time off, even though saying that he doesn't need to retire. Well, he needs to retire, but he didn't want to say he was going to retire. Getting very emotional, but thinking he didn't do a good performance, but he still got the win. And Johny Hendricks got robbed for the UFC Welterweight championship. GSP doesn't make any sense to me. How do you say you want to leave the UFC for a year or two after having a performance like that, after losing but winning, and having that to be your last match before having your 1-2 years off before you want to make your epic comeback? Because it doesn't seem like it's going to be that great of a comeback if you're going to leave that of a performance and just wander off into the distance. Dana White now wants an immediate rematch. He hasn't talked to GSP yet. Conference just pretty much finished, and Johny Hendricks is calling himself the champ, which he rightfully should, because in my mind, and 90-something% of people's minds right now, Johny Hendricks is the welterweight champion, and GSP is now retired or wants to take some time off for a year or two because he has personal things to deal with, which is fine. But if you're going to leave the UFC or MMA like that, that doesn't seem rightful. The fight was great, main one was great, just the wrong person walked out with that belt. GSP did not win that fight. Johny Hendricks won that fight clear as day, and that is it. So is GSP retired? I say no. I say Dana White will convince him to come back and do that rematch, and we will see who the rightful welterweight champion of the world should be. So thanks for watching my video today. Hope you enjoyed. That is all.